All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to, is this week 5? Week
So week
6?
5,
Week
I
5.
believe.
We're going to go with week 5. W and Esports versus Lafayette County High School. I am your host, Miles Hodson, and today I have with me.
I am Matthew Travis.
And, well, we've been doing this this is our 4th week now because we did miss a week, if we are actually on week 5. So, yeah, more introductions we need. Let's go on ahead and hop into the starting lineup for W and Esports. And that is going to be Pig Dini on the tank, Milkman Mason, and Tucker Martin on the DPS. And it will be rounding out on your support line will be Andrew Travis and Jackson Shaw. Pretty much the staples for the roster and all.
Yeah. Our starting lineup's been pretty solid for the beginning of the season.
Definitely. And let's go ahead and take a look over at the map pool for this match.
Yeah, Miles. So starting out, we're gonna be on Ilios. We're gonna head to Midtown, Watchpoint Gibraltar, Toronto, and then Oasis. To round us out.
Well-rounded map pool, in all honesty. I'm expecting to see some brawl, some dive. Wellington showing some of that flexibility, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm getting what you're saying.
But let's go on ahead and waste no time. Let's go on ahead and get right into the action on Ilios. And Wellington is pulling out the Orisa, the good old Orisa.
You know, Miles, I went to the football game last week and I saw Cole. And you know what one thing he wanted me to quit doing?
Making fun of his Orisa.
That is exactly it. And you know what I'm not gonna stop doing?
Making fun of his Orisa?
Exactly. Can we quit playing Orisa, Cole? Come on now. Appease me, please.
Well, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon because it does look like it's going to be a staple on the Wellington roster moving forward, especially with that nice golden gun that he has there. But it does look like Lafayette County is going to be coming out with a Roadhog, which kind of count. We're looking for some hook, line, and sinkers into the hole on this round, aren't we, on Ilios?
Miles, always staple on here on Ilios. Well, so we see Cole taking kind of a backline approach, trying to focus on this Roadhog. Roadhog hooks, hits into the golden.
Cole's playing a little bit aggressive, in all honesty. We do see Milkman Mason going down here, but Cole is able to pick up an elimination. Vitamin C gets a little bit aggressive there with his anti-nade, ends up finding the Tracer. And now Wellington is up. Pig Dini finding another, and Lafayette County looks like they're on the way out.
Yeah, but it looks like Cole's just going to try and fight for some staggers here as the Roadhog continues to wrap back 2 point. This is a little interesting play from the Lafayette County Roadhog here.
He is able to get out alive, and we do see Jackson Shaw being a little bit aggressive here with his positioning. Madness does get punished for his aggressive positioning from Tucker Martin, and it looks like the DPS line for Wellington is just going to be cleaning up here.
You would have to agree. We see a quick swap from Milkman Mason onto the Cassidy instead of playing the Echo here. So we see Pixis Rose just trying to get a little bit.
at long range,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Trying to get a little bit of poke damage as we see a Tracer go behind here.
I think we hear that. I think we know that, and Tucker Martin is on the case. However, he's not getting a whole lot of connecting shots onto this Tracer. Recall is having to be used, and they are on their way out. And let's go ahead and take a look over at Milkman Mason on the front line. May ult used on the side of Lafayette County. Mason hooked in, but he's able to roll out. And Wellington's able to get out of that without using any ults. And Wellington's just kind of stacking their ults up against Lafayette now.
Yeah, Miles, as we see, we did miss the Terror Surge go on, but Cole didn't really get a whole lot with that. I think it's because Arissa's a bad character.
That's the only single reason I can see.
It's the only logical
see
explanation.
A couple switches coming out of, actually a lot of switches coming out on the side of Lafayette. Junker Queen, Bastion, Lucio, Widow, all pretty crazy swaps. And I don't see how well they're going to counter Wellington very well. As Tucker Martin does go in, gets 3, gets 4, and that's going to be a pretty good wipe coming out. I was not able to find F2 there to swap to his view, but that is okay. Wellington gets the first round on control.
Miles, that was a Nano Blossom that we saw come out as well.
So good support coming out from Andrew Travis there, and Wellington able to pick up that first round pretty easily.
Yeah, no comments from me really. Apparently my brain cannot talk today.
Same here. We are going to be going on to Ruins, so if Lafayette was going to be pulling out that Widowmaker, I feel like it would actually get a lot more value here, but it doesn't look like they're going to be moving towards that.
I see a Torb on the playing field.
I would love to see a mirror coming out from Wellington here, but I do not think that is in the hero pool for Wellington.
Nate hasn't cooked enough. We need to let Nate cook some more.
I think we need to let Nate burn the food, you know, like. But let's go ahead and get into this. Wellington is gonna try to, looks like, take some aggressive positioning here, as Tucker Martin does go in very. Zachary goes in a little bit too much into Wellington's side there, is eliminated. Now Wellington's going to be able to be more aggressive, as the Torp is flanking, but that's not going to cause a lot of trouble for Wellington. Zachary does switch over to the Sojourn, which is a pretty good counter pick, but Immortality's having to be used. Pig Dini finds one, so does Milkman Mason. Now it's just a cleanup.
Yeah, wow. Other than, you know, the Genji going in a little bit too far, Miles, there was no really other missteps there from Lafayette County. They just couldn't withhold against Pig Dini and Milkman Mason, you know?
I also think it's something to do with the dreaded double support line that's cursed Wellington for years. It will continue to curse them for years to come. But the Bastion, I feel like, is a good pick instead of the Torbjorn, as it is going to be able to just chunk down that Orisa. But once again, double flex supports on the side of Wellington is going to be able to keep that Orisa topped up. Tucker Martin does go in aggressive, but he does have to get out. And now it looks like Cole's going to be going in with his ultimate. Immortality destroyed, and he gets 2 with that. And it's just going to be another cleanup coming out on the side of Wellington as Cole decides to push aggressive still. Going in for the Brig. Is he able to get it? No, Milkman Mason takes it for himself.
Yeah, wow, big ultimate used there by the side of Wellington. And being able to eliminate that Immortality field was just major in order for Cole to get those 2 eliminations. So you see they're kind of backing up here, trying to regroup themselves a little bit. Are they all going to play in this left turn, Miles? Dare I say it?
Weird positioning. It's different. We do see Cole being aggressive once again. Milkman Mason able to find an entry pick. And now it's just going to be going to the shooting range, it looks like, as he's able to take the high ground.
Yes, we saw a Terror Surge there come out from Madness. And we see the window come out on the side of Wellington as well.
And
a little bit of a late usage on both of those support ultimates, but
we are taking up to 100% here, so it is time to use it. Milkman Mason staying back on the point with his ultimate, able to get that Lucio. There will be no touches, and that will be the end of map 1. 2-0 Wellington.
Yeah, Miles, I don't really have any comments after that map. I think Wellington just played pretty perfectly there. Wasn't a whole lot of overextending. Good heals, you know, some good plays there, all around.
Yeah, good plays all around. Our next map in this series is Midtown, and we'll be catching that after this break. Hello everyone, today we'll be going over the basics of the 5v5 multiplayer game Overwatch. We will talk about the characters and the map types. In Overwatch, you have 3 different classes. You have your tanks, who are going to generally be your front line, and the ones that are taking the brunt of the damage for the team. And then you have your damage, or DPS. Your damage players will be the main fraggers for the team, and these players will be the ones who are dealing the most damage for the team as well. And then finally, you have your support players. Your supports are going to be the ones who are keeping your team alive and sustaining everyone throughout the fights of the game. Now on to the game modes that are in Overwatch. There are 5 of them: Control, Escort, Hybrid, Push, and Flashpoints. Control is a best of 3 King of the Hill style game mode, where the objective is to hold the point to 100%. The first team to win 2 rounds of Control will win the map. Next we have Escort. In Escort, both teams will push the payload the furthest they can. Whoever can push the payload furthest before their time runs out will win the map. In cases where both teams push the payload the entire full distance of the map, the game will not reset, but the cart will start from 0 again, and it will keep going until one or both teams run out of time. Now on to Hybrid. Hybrid is a hybrid game mode between Escort and an old game mode called Assault. For the first capture point, the attacking team will need to capture 100% of the objective. This will then unlock the Escort part of the map, where the attacking team will push the payload as far as they can. Whoever can take the capture point or push the payload the furthest will end up winning the map. Continuing on to Push, Push is similar to Escort. However, instead of a payload, your goal is to push the robot as far as you can. Both teams will be constantly fighting for progress, and whichever team pushes the robot the furthest will end up winning the map. And finally, we have Flashpoint. Flashpoint is similar to Control, except instead of rounds, after you fully capture a flashpoint, another one will open up on the map. First team to win 3 flashpoints will end up winning the map. I would like to thank you all for watching, and be sure to watch out for the future for more content about everything Overwatch.
Okay.
All right, and we are back. Let's just kind of go right into the act. We already know what's going on. We already know, and we're going to Midtown. And we are going to see a substitution on the side of Wellington. We are going to be seeing Sarah coming in and Jackson Shaw coming out.
Yeah, and as Vitamin C is saying, you know, mother knows, Miles.
This is actually, I don't think I've ever seen Midtown at night. It is very nice.
I would agree.
Let's go over here.
Let's
take a look at the Pig Dini Reinhardt.
Let's go, Miles. No more Orisa.
No, well, unless they lose this first point, then I'm expecting the switch back. We are going to see the Junker Queen staying out on the side of Lafayette. I don't think that's going to be able to do a whole lot, especially against the Reinhardt and a Kiriko, but you never know. It might catch Wellington off guard. We are going to be seeing Tucker Martin going insanely aggressive here. Doesn't really have many exit points. Yeah, he's got the mini up here, but that's not really enough. We are going to be seeing some very aggressive plays coming out from the Reinhardt, able to find the Echo there, and 4 plays aggressive. Pig D is able to find 2, and the not the turret, but almost the turret. And Wellington's going to be pushing up to the spawn.
That they are. And you know, as we see Vitamin C sleep the Junker Queen and then instantly anti her, and Milkman Mason ends up finding the pick as well.
Some great plays coming out on the side of Wellington, already burning a minute off the time bank for Lafayette. Madness is going to switch over to the Zarya, which I don't think it... Oh, back onto the Junker Queen. Oh, huge
and Miles,
for Milkman Mason.
all
Able
that
to find
happened.
the pick on the Echo. Very
Yeah,
good
as we
point.
see... Yeah. As we see, Madness end up swapping over to the Orisa instead of opting for the Junker Queen. Losing a little bit of ult charge in that.
Milkman Mason is causing some problems in the back line. He does have his ultimate, so he does have a get out of jail free card. Tucker Martin is inaggressive, very, very low. Immortality is used, the duplicate going onto the Orisa, and Milkman Mason wants to get in here. He wants something. Ultimate goes out. It is going to be huge. It finds 2, and now it's just the cleanup for Wellington. Another minute burnt off the time bank.
Yeah, great plays there by Wellington. With Milkman Mason ending up opting in for the duplication onto the Orisa. Finding, what was that, 2 or 3 with the Terror Surge as well.
Wellington's DPS line is playing incredibly aggressive, and they are going to get caught out for that. Tucker Martin does go down, and this might be the go for Lafayette. But Wellington does not really actually have ultimates on their side. Shatter was used last fight, and that would kind of be your entry. Nano is used. Pigdini is able to already find 1, but he's incredibly low. Having to back up. Suzu used on the side of Wellington. Sleep hits on the Orisa, and huge Fire Strike coming out on Pigdini here. And Wellington, once again, able to shave off another minute on the time bank.
Yeah, Miles, these are excellent ultimate usages by Wellington. They're just communicating them, playing together, and then just able to use these to continually tick minutes off. I think we might see a Kitsune rush this next fight.
Another big sleep, and it's just going to take more time off the clock. Milkman Mason, once again, playing the aggressive Echo here, and it's catching them off guard. Anti coming out onto the Baptiste. Immortality is having to be used. Tucker Martin does go in with his ultimate, but he is caught out. Double beam elimination coming out on the side of Milkman Mason, and it's just, once again, another cleanup on the side of Wellington, burning more time off the clock.
Miles, did an ultimate get used that fight? I didn't see one.
He
all right. Okay.
However, it's going to get a little bit funny, I think. It got a little bit funny. Shatter is used on the side of Wellington. It does not find anything, but Tucker Martin is able to find 2. Katsune is
see the Kitsune rush come out.
We're going to see 3. Orisa in the air. What?
Miles, I didn't have flying Orisa on my bingo card today. As Wellington takes the round without giving up a single percentage point.
I don't think they touched the point, actually. So, they didn't make it past the fire truck. So, very good defense coming out on the side of, where am I? Of Wellington Napoleon. What do you think they're going to do on the attack, however?
I want Torb. So on my bingo card for Wellington Napoleon is a Torb play.
How come I never get a bingo card? What's up with that? I don't got
It's because I make the bingo card up in my head, Miles.
Oh, that's the best kind of bingo card.
I know.
Is the schizo bingo card.
Miles, when are you getting on a bingo card? When are you making it? We see a Sombra come out. And a Torb! Miles!
One thing I do have to say is I'm pretty sure Sombra is not in the hero pool currently, so I'm really hoping Wellington does swap off with this.
How often do you miss? Let's find out.
If you ever need a punching bag, I got plenty of metal that needs scrapping.
That is the greatest present I've ever gotten.
My co-caster left me? I was wondering why I was so quiet. Welcome back.
My internet
We swap off. We swap off. We're on the Genji. We're on the Genji. We are good.
Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties. My internet went down. That's
it's good old college internet right there. But Wellington, once again, kind of playing a similar comp here. We are going to see a Brig and a Torb come out, but the Genji for Tucker Martin is pretty normal. He is able to find elimination onto the Widow, and Milkman Mason's able to find something with the Torb. Huge charge coming out. It's a weird-looking charge coming out from Pigdini here, and it's just cleanup time for Wellington.
Yeah, Miles, that would have been great if I would have been able to see that. You know,
and
unfortunately,
that is the end of the map.
Yeah, great map by Tiger Steos. No other comments really. They played really well. Their ult cycling is great. Those are my comments there.
Yeah, 100%. And you know what? Let's go on ahead and take a look over at. We'll be back after a quick break. All right, and we are back. We
are back.
We're going right into the madness. A substitution, two substitutions on the side of Wellington Napoleon High School. Shirk comes in for Tucker Martin, and we are going to see Ashley Davis come in on the side of Sarah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. They are substitutions.
Miles, why are we playing Brig?
Because Brig is known for her high mobility on this map.
For her dive capabilities.
For
you're
her
right.
dive capabilities, yeah.
The Brig Lucio. My favorite support comp.
Hold on, wait. I gotta look at something. Okay, Milkman Mason finding an entry pick, and Pig Dini also finds another one. Let's go ahead and see if we can find any other ones. You got a Genji up there, bro. What are you doing? Hits a couple body shots, reflect used, and Pig Dini ends up finding another. Okay, this is gonna be a cool standoff. It's be embarrassing if you lost this. There we go. Let's go take a look over at Kanan, sure. And Wellington is just, once again, cleaning up here. Zarya switch coming out on the side of Lafayette, and Wellington is able to find this first point. Milkman Mason does go down, but I don't think this is going to stop how quickly Wellington's going to be pushing this card.
Yeah, one thing I'm not seeing from Lafayette County is I'm not seeing a whole lot of grouping. Like, they're playing very scattered, and that's allowing for Wellington to just focus on a target and win the fights.
And it does look like Wellington is experimenting a little bit with their composition. They don't normally run a Brig Lucio, and Milkman Mason is not really, I don't want to say not known for his Widowmaker, but it's not normal to see Milkman Mason on the Widowmaker.
Miles, he's not the W in Widowmaker. That status is still Gavin's to have.
That's actually mine.
No,
But we are going to be seeing the Graphitic Flux used on the side of Wellington Napoleon. It is not able to find much, but it is able to find room. Rock is used, not going to be able to hit anything. And Milkman Mason does get the headshot on the Baptiste there. Wellington, once again, getting a lot of cart progress.
What a whiff of a rock from Pigdini there. I expect more from Pigdini at this point in the season.
He is no Indie 3D.
That he is not.
We do see the Torb swap coming out on the side of Lafayette. Sojourn is actually very disconnected, and they are able to find that, and Wellington is just continuing to push this card.
Yeah, Miles, like I was saying earlier, they're just playing very disjointed, and it's allowing for Wellington to just focus on each individual person.
Nano is coming out on the side of Lafayette, but
So is a Grav.
Yeah, Grav too, but beat negates that pretty well for Wellington, and they're able to just keep on pushing up. Get some tunes in. We do see the Torbjorn no longer in play here. Neither is the Sojourn. We're going to be seeing a Cass and a Lucio. Rally is used on the side of Wellington. Wellington wanting to play this aggressive as they are up 3. Only a Zarya and a Kiriko on the side of Lafayette. But they are able to find one elimination. Milkman Mason is down, and Butt Wisp is able to find one on the side of Wellington. 5 minutes in the time bank for Wellington here.
Great push by Wellington. There were no flaws, Miles. It's a pretty flawless push there, in my opinion.
I think your opinion is correct. For once. Where am I?
Now, Miles. Now. Miles, can we let's play comp guessing. All right. What are we coming out with?
Symmetra.
Symmetra. Interesting. I'm
Wrecking
thinking
Ball.
I wish we'd get a wrecking ball. I'm thinking Sigma, Brig.
We were incorrect.
That I was there. We're playing Roadhog and Hanzo.
Roadhog.
Miles, I don't know if I've ever seen Milkman Mason come out on the Hanzo.
I actually don't know what I was looking at today. I think I actually had a Snapchat memory come up today. And Milkman Mason was on the Hanzo.
Really?
Hold on, wait, I think I... Yes, it is. It was me spectating a scrim from 1 year ago. Milkman Mason on the Hanzo. What are the chances of that?
Pretty likely. Let's be realistic.
Oh, are they?
As we do see a... Oh, Miles, we have a Life Weaver on the side of...
Oh, wait a minute. That was kind of a nasty
County.
hook coming out on the side of Pigdini.
You see Winston try and leap up, and he is instantly denied that space on high ground there.
And Wellington is just kind of be able to take this as their own. They have a lot of CC on their side, and they can play with that to their advantage. Cole is just having to back up here, though, as the May is scary. Hook is hit, but all of the pellets do not. Milkman Mason is able to find an elimination here. Wellington is able to stabilize, as it's only a couple people alive on the side.
Cole's hitting
On
his
the
hooks
side of
today, but
Lafayette.
he is not hitting his left clicks, Miles.
I think he just realized it, too. Oh, this is rough.
Cole's
Mason
missing
is
the
popping off, however.
Cole's missing the aim labs training a little
Wait, what's
bit.
that? Dragons?
Yes, Miles, it was, in fact.
It was
Dragons was used on the side of Wellington Napoleon.
A thinking man's ult. A thinking man's dragon. As Pigdini does go down, playing it a little bit too aggressive there, and now Wellington's having to back up. They are even, however. They are up now, however. And while Lafayette is still pushing up, Wellington is going to have this advantage sitting on the high ground here, as they're able to just push out all this damage they want. The Orisa just continues to push in here.
Miles.
The ball! The ball!
We see
I
a
was
wrecking ball
correct!
swap.
Wellington is able to stabilize at the top of this hill, burning about half the time bank on the side of Lafayette. And we are gonna, let's go ahead and take a look over on Shirk's POV, or point of view.
So we see Cole slam right in front, and Kane's just trying to charge up his rail there. as we see not a whole lot coming out of it. We see him use it, and I'm going to look for an overclock here.
Vitamin C is going to be going down there, but Tree of Life is used on the side of Lafayette. Reaper, Madness does go down as well, but we do have an incredibly low Lucio on the side of Wellington. B is used, barely able to get it off in time, and Wellington is looking to stabilize. We are going to see an overclock coming out, and it's just going to try to look for anything. Really spamming it out on the Arista. Able to get the headshot there, though. Able to find 2. Now he's just going to be looking for this Life Weaver, who is now eliminated. 1 minute and 20 seconds left for Lafayette.
Very, very sketchy fight on the side of Wellington Napoleon there.
Cutting
a lot
it
of
a little
ult
bit
cues there,
close.
Miles.
We are going to be having Milkman Mason able to find an early elimination here. That's just going to take more time off the clock. Pigdini looking to play aggressive, going in and just trying to cause some distractions. Vitamin C able to find an elimination with that shield bash, and the Orisa is incredibly low. Milkman Mason playing aggressive, able to find the Ash, and once he's just going to push up into the spawn. Mines is used, but I don't think it's going to get much value. Cole is looking just for about anything. Able to find one. I think the Dragons kind of pushed them into the mines more than anything, however.
Yeah, Miles, and as we see, there's very little time bank left here on the side of Lafayette County. I thought we were about to get a Reaper ult there.
I thought we were too. Let's go ahead and take a look over at some Brig gameplay here. Going into the last 20 seconds here, ult advantage definitely on the side of Lafayette with the Reaper and the Lucio beat. We do see Soldier going down to the hands of Pigdini, and Reaper playing incredibly aggressive. Andrew going for it. Is he going to be able to find anything now? Reaper ult is used, 2 down on the side of Wellington, but, well, actually, it's going to be 4. B is used on the side of Lafayette, so they can sustain, and it's only Pigdini alive. And I don't think he's going to be able to...
Milkman Mason is also alive here, Miles. You're counting...
Respawning.
No.
No, he's
still
on
alive.
high ground. Let's go ahead and take a look over and see what they can do. Go time coming out from Sojourn. 1 elimination is found, and Milkman Mason's able to find a second. Wellington being able to bring it back. B is used. Huge headshot coming out from Milkman Mason there. And now only Alana alive, and not able to touch
that's
Carton.
the game.
That's going to be the game. 3-0, Wellington being able to take that.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of comments from you, Miles. I thought Lafayette County was getting a little bit of momentum there whenever they kind of discombobulated Wellington, but Wellington was able to rein it back in and find what worked for them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, not a whole lot of comments coming out from me. Once again, just a really dominant showing coming out from Wellington. Also showing a lot of their flexibility and their willingness, I guess you could say, to try new things whenever they feel like they want to. However, this is not the end of the stream. We will actually be having a player of the match interview just quickly after this break. Alrighty, it did update, thank goodness. So we are back with the player of the match interview, and today it will be Vitamin C or Andrew Travis. Andrew Travis, how you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. We had a really good match today. I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. Good. Another 3-0 coming out on the side of Wellington. How is there anything you would have actually done differently in that match? Anything you would have changed?
Yeah, there were some times when we got like spread out a little thin. I just kind of wish we had stayed together as a group a couple more times.
Just playing a little bit more as a group and not
Yeah,
doing 1v1s around the entire map. Yeah, definitely.
exactly.
Um, so you guys it looked like a lot of experimenting and everything. We don't normally see you play main support, specifically Brig. How do you feel the Brig was going on Gibraltar on that last round?
I feel like it was doing pretty decent. There were some times though that I did end up dying because the team left without me and did not calm. But I think we did
all
pretty
things
good.
you can work on, right? All things you can work on.
Yeah.
And speaking of working on it, so looking into next week and further off into playoffs, how are you guys feeling about how are you feeling about your team and your chances for all that?
We're feeling pretty good. Future's looking bright. We're probably gonna make it to state. We're gonna have to start scrimming a lot more teams than we are right now, though.
Hey, scrimming's always good. Any other comments you might have for the stream or anything for tonight?
No, I think that's it.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Andrew, for coming on for the player of the match. Wellington Napoleon taking the 3-0 against Lafayette County. And yeah, thank you all for watching and see you around.